Good morning, YouTube family. It's your boy Jamal with Leveled Up Credit Services, and today we're going to talk about the very interesting topic of CPNs versus EIN. Okay, so CPNs, there's a lot of buzz about CPNs, mainly because it's just marketed as a quick fix in a way to hide your bad credit or just negative history. And CPN stands for a credit privacy number. And a lot of people wonder, like, how did a CPN even come into existence? Okay, so according to Lexington law, CPNs, or credit privacy numbers, are a byproduct of the Privacy Act of 1974. In this act, it basically says that you can't be forced to provide your social security number to a third party unless it was required by federal law, such as applying for a passport. Okay, and so this basically kind of is like how CPNs were able to be created. Now it said that credit privacy numbers are used by famous people and other people in general. For instance, if you are witness protection, right? Under certain circumstances, you may be issued a CPN, or the government may issue you a entirely different social security number altogether. Okay. CPNs, for the most part, well, not for the most part, CPNs are not government issued numbers. They are still 9 digits. They do still follow the same format of a social security number, but they're not issued by the government at all. Typically, companies have to either just manufacture a CPN, and they use this algorithm and computer software to like match it with the Social Security Administration, or they steal the social security numbers from other people. So a lot of times you may have to go on like the dark web or something like that to get a CPN. Now, people run to CPNs because, again, they want a quick fix, right? Maybe they had a felony, and now coming back into society, we all know how difficult it is how difficult they make it for people to transition back into society if they have a checkered past. With a CPN, a lot of people use this number basically to give themselves a clean slate, and they're able to rebuild an entirely new credit profile from scratch. Now the issue is that it is illegal to apply for credit using a CPN. And a lot of times people will use CPNs to defraud banks and other lenders. So they'll get a CPN, they'll apply for homes, cars, jewelry, all that, and then just burn through the CPN and dump it, right? They'll get everything and then they'll just burn the CPN, meaning that they won't pay anybody back. The CPN will go into default, and then they basically will just go out and just buy another CPN and do it all over again, right? And so the issue is that this can get you caught up, right? Especially if you already have a felony, you could put yourself in a position where you're hit with another felony charge, and you're just stuck in the same cycle all over again, right? Now, let's compare that to an EIN. Now, EIN is an employer identification number. EINs are issued by the government. They are 9 digits long, but they're mainly for corporations, organizations, and even trust and estates. Okay, it is still another kind of tax ID number, but it's for companies. Now, the dope thing about an EIN, again, it's attached to a company. And so when you have a company properly structured, whether it's a LLC or a C Corp or S Corp, you're able to get access to a lot more money. Okay, every company you can think of, Amazon, Apple, Chase Bank, Marriott, all of these companies have EIN numbers. And as you can see, you see these companies everywhere, and they're moving and operating with billions of dollars. So I say that to say an EIN is much better to have than the CPN, because the CPN, okay, you'll get the little material things of the world, and maybe you'll be able to start for a little bit with, with your friends and stuff like that. But eventually, you'll probably get caught up and you're going to want to stop using those because they do come back to get you, right? Whereas with an EIN, you're building up a legitimate corporation. And keep in mind that corporations are considered people and or a person under federal law. So you can operate as an EIN and get everything that you would get as an individual. You can get cars, you can get homes, you can get investment accounts, you can make it investments, bank accounts, right? As a legitimate business. Okay, of course, with a business, you got to have your licenses, you're going to have to pay your taxes, you're going to have to pay your registration fees, things like that. But ultimately, you can build and keep an EIN for much, much longer. And as a properly built business, you can pass that thing on to your kids and start building generational wealth. Okay, so this is why I always say that an EIN Trump business. Anyway, trumps a CPN any given day of the week. Okay, it's just that with the EIN, you got to be focused. You got to make sure you have your stuff together, and it's not a quick fix, right? It's not a quick fix. You're going to want to build it, and it's for the long term. Okay, that CPN is just some short-term stuff. You're going to crash and burn, and it's going to catch up with you later. So if you found this valuable, like, subscribe, leave a comment. If you don't agree with me, let me know you don't agree with me. If you got other insight and you want to share and talk about it, let me know. Okay, it's your boy Jamal, Love It Up Credit Services. Y'all have a great one.